So one thing to do with Zola is brush her out. And while you brush her out, this is a good opportunity for you to work on getting her to understand and learn how to be submissive with you. So obviously, golden retrievers are naturally submissive, but it's still so important for her to feel that you are the boss. And so in that, when I brush them out, what I do is I practice just getting them to submit a little bit. So I'm just having her feel the brush and also understand that her muzzle doesn't need to be involved in what I'm doing. So first I practice the way she would be normally. Zola, stay. So I kind of just hold her muzzle, stay. I'm not squeezing, I'm just holding her in place. No, Zola, stay. So she's really feeling the brush and understanding that the rules of being brushed out, which is just that you can't constantly like nip at my hands or no, no, Zola, stay. Good girl. So hear how I coo at her? Stay. Very good. Zola, lay down. Good girl. No. Zola, sit. Zola, lay down. Good girl, Zola. So I have her roll over. So I just push her hip and her shoulder down towards the ground so she's on her side. And this is where I kind of work on getting her to be submissive. So until she's calm, I won't keep brushing her out. And all I'm doing is holding her elbow with my hand and putting my elbow on her neck. And then when she gets really wiggly, I put my hand on her hip. When I establish that she's nice and calm, good girl, Zola, I coo at her to get her to be even extra calm. No, Zola, stay. Zola, stay. It's okay. It's okay. Good girl. There. See, it's not so bad. So she does this little freak out thing. This is why I think it's good for you guys to work on this with her. So that, no, Zola. No, it's okay. Good girl. So that she understands that she can just be nice and submissive and she doesn't have to kick at you or bite at you or try to get up and she can just lay here nicely. Zola, stay. Stay. Good girl. So also I'm not really like being harsh on her. I'm just holding her in place. And this is so good for them to feel this interaction from you so that when you do have to, let's say, shave a hot spot or get a burr out or whatever it would be, that she knows the rules. Stay, Zola, and she knows what this feels like to be brushed out. No, no, you just relax. It's okay. Good girl. Very good girl. Just relax. It's okay. Stay. Good girl. Stay. So you see how her tail is tucked between her legs. She's not really looking up at me. This is all signs to me that she's kind of uncomfortable. Good girl, Zola. Stay. And that's okay. She can be a little bit uncomfortable, but the point is that you're creating this safe space for when it's not, you're not having to brush her out. There's not an emergency to look at on her paw or anything like that. So that when it is time, she'll know what this feels like. So touch her between her paw pads. Practice kind of how you would normally with clipping her nails. So touch her nails, all of her paw pads. And it's just a really safe place for her. I put her head down towards the ground and look in her ears. No, Zola, stay, stay. And this is just real life. So I'm not, I'm showing you what it's like to actually have her do this. I practiced with her a few times. She was real, feisty like this, but she's gotten a lot better since the first time. Good girl, Zola, stay, stay. Good girl. Notice how I coo at her. I use her name. Good girl. I'm going to touch her tail. No, no. Stay. Stay. Good girl. Stay. Stay. I brush her tail because one day she's going to have big feathers on there. And the more you practice this with her, the better it will be. Okay, Zola, I'm going to flip her over now. Zola. Good girl, Zola. Very good girl. Let's turn your butt so that her back is facing me. Zola, sit. Zola, lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Good girl. And I just literally do the same thing, but on the other side. Good girl, Zola. Stay. It's okay. Stay. Notice how I, again, coo at her, pet her, and then I start brushing her. And again, get her, the little armpits, her ears. No, stay. By her neck. So she really feels the socialization of being brushed. And I'm not really holding her down, I'm just holding her in place. Good girl, Zola. Notice how she's already getting better at this? And she's kind of relaxing a little bit more. So this is what you want to see from them. Then once I'm done brushing her, I'm going to come up on my knees so I'm kind of over her. And I turn her tummy towards me. Notice how she looks up at me and her tail is relaxed. That's what you want to see. So until that happens, I kind of coo at her. Good girl, Zola. So she's totally submitted to me, which I love to see. Zola, okay. So I hang on to her collar. Come here. Zola, come here. Good girl. And I want her to just sit up. And this is where I take the opportunity to, again, complete what we just did. So I have her sit, look me in the eyes, and I say, good girl, Zola. Okay, you did good. Yes, that was very good. And just so she just feels that interaction from you. It's so important. It's so good for their development. So try to incorporate this even once a week, once every 2 weeks. And you'll see her just improve as you brush her.